Here, today's class we begin with cytoskeleton. Now, what is cytoskeleton? The word skeleton you can very well make out that it is some kind of a hard structure that is related to the cell, because skeleton means that any hard structure, and cyto is the word that you get from the cell. So, what is that? You see, it is an elaborate network of proteinaceous structure. Elaborate network of proteinaceous structure consisting of, see, what are cytoskeleton, what types? Microtubule is categorized under cytoskeleton, microfilament is again categorized under cytoskeleton, and an intermediate filament present in the cytoplasm. So these are all like that. So what is the function? What is basically the function of this? Now the function is basically, see, it gives mechanical support, mobility, and the maintenance of the shape. So what are the three primary function? Number one, mechanical support. Number two, mobility. Okay, it is mobility, and then the maintenance of the shape. Now you see, then next it can be also categorized under cilia and flagella. What are cilia and flagella? Cilia and flagella, you see, they are hair-like growth of the cell membrane. That means it originates from the cell membrane. Okay. Now, this two centriole-like structure or the basal body, okay, give rise to microtubule, microfilament, and intermediate filament, like that. Okay, so they arise from the basal body or the centriole. Now, if you can see, this is then electron microscope structure of a magnified microtubule. So microtubule, if you see, basically the outward membrane of the microtubule is the plasma membrane. Okay, now here the inner material of the microtubule is known as axonema. Now, for example, in nerve tissue you have neurolema. So here it is axonema, the inner material. See, within the circumference of this line, this portion is known as the axonema. Now here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 and 1, 2. So that means what? There are 9 plus 2 number. Microtubule is 9 plus 2. So you have 9 plus 2 number. And see, one tubule is connected to the other tubule through a bridge-like structure. So these are bridge-like structure. And you see the central tubule is connected. This is the central tubule or the axial tubule, and these are known as peripheral tubule. So axial and peripheral, they are connected by, you see, these lines that you can see, they are known as spokes. Okay, so spokes connect these to the central, and this one, the bridges do not allow these microtubule to stick to one another. So they provide movement by body ambulation or whip-like lashing mechanism. So they help in mobility. Now here you see the tubules. What that I was telling, tubules are connected through bridge enclosed by a central sheath. This is a central sheath. Okay, and one of the double tubule is connected to the peripheral tubule by the radical spokes. Now what I was telling, these are known as radical spokes, central tubule to other, the radical spokes, and this will not stick to other by the presence of the bridge. So how many you have? You have 9 radical spokes again. Now what is centrosome? Now this is another cytoplasmic organelle that is called the centrosome. And how do you find it? Now see, central and centrosome, you don't find it in the animal plant cell. These are characteristic features only and only of animal cell. So you see, 2 cylindrical structures are there. They are surrounded by, see, pericentricular material. Okay, pericentricular material, and see, like this. These two, it's a drum-like structure. This is known as the centrosome, and you know these radius structures, this is known as a centriole. So what you have, these are made up of centricular structure. See, 9 peripheral tubule in protein. So these are 9, like you see, they are spokes. The central part is known as a hub, and the peripheral part, what you see, pericenter material, that means surrounding the center. This word pericenter, things surrounding the pericenter. And see, this is the centrosome and this is the centriole. So if you see plane wise, they are perpendicular to each other, perpendicular on their plane. So you have 9 peripheral fibers of the tubule protein. And what is the function? What is the function? See, the centriole, okay, centrioles like this, they help in spindle fiber formation during the cell division and give rise to the basal body. So this arises from the centrosome, centriole like structures, these fibril, because they are made up of peripheral fibril. So this peripheral fibril, 9 peripheral fibril finally is the core material of the microtubule. So this is the function and this is the origin. Now here in our last part of the chapter we have the nucleus. Now see, nucleus, what is basically nucleus made up of? Nucleus is made up of, see, it is a central part. You can see the figure. If we see in a cell, it is like that. So it is made, why it is made? Because it stained up darker when it was stained to see the microscope, and it was Robert Brown who identified the central part to have the genetic material, and later the central part, the thing that was filled by the nucleus was known as chromatin. So during interphase, what is interphase? The non-dividing phase, you find that the nucleoprotein fibers called chromatin. Okay, now chromatin, the nuclear material, one of the more like a central, they have got a coiled structure that is known as the nucleoli, and rest, you know, the nucleoli has got a nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane. So this nuclear membrane, there are 2 membrane parallel to each other, and between the 2 membrane you have a empty space that is known as a perinuclear space. You see, perinuclear space, and this perinuclear space is interconnected to the endoplasmic reticulum. Here you see the endoplasmic reticulum, because that endoplasmic reticulum and the perinuclear space, it has a connectivity through which the nucleus communicates with the cytoplasm. Sometimes the ribosome enters there. So this forms a connective thing. And you know, the inner material, the packing material of the nucleus, you have the nucleoplasm, and composition wise it is same as that of the cytoplasm. Clear? That was the cytoplasm. Now here another very common thing, you know, if you find a cell that is non-dividing, you find this type of a structure. This is a condensed structure of a chromosome that you find. Now you know, chromosome, you find this kind of a patch over here. That means it is a point of constriction. So this point of constriction, generally it's known as a kinetochore. Okay, and what is this made up of? This is made up of DNA and histone. Histone is a protein. Okay, now when you will come to your higher classes, then that time the detailed structure of the chromosome will be taught. But basically for at this stage you have to know that this chromosome, it is made up of DNA and protein. Sometimes RNA is also there, but at this stage you need to know this one. Now you see, this constriction or the connection that is known as a kinetochore has been divided into 4 things. Now if you see, the constriction is in the center, so we call it as a metacentric. If it is here somewhat above the center, so it is known as submetacentric. Now if it is here, that not nearly at the end but near the end, that is known as acrocenter, and if it is at the end tip, so this portion, it is known as a telocentric. So these are the four types of acrocentric connections. Now with this, now here another thing, you know, you will have small fragment like structure that is non-staining secondary constriction, and you call it as a satellite. Okay, and another is micro bodies. What are micro bodies? See, many minute vesicles or membrane bound structures, they are found, and they are supposed to contain enzymes both in plant cell and animal cell, so they are there. So